Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells. Let's do a normal mode run. Hopefully nothing has been screwed up in the game. Having, downloaded and re-downloaded the, Hello? Back already? Seems like you are having a rough time of it. I think, no, hold on. Go back to the title screen. Go to the save slot 1, please. There we go. Give me a new game. Something had to go wrong, but at least I still see my actual save slot. But yes, after downloading and undownloading and re-downloading the End Is Nigh Cursed Update alpha a couple of times, I was a little bit worried that my save file would be messed up. It's not. We're fine. Good to see it, good to hear it. Because I played the End Is Nigh update a few times. I don't understand the meta of what they're trying to do with the curses, and it doesn't actually fit into my playstyle at all, so it feels like there's not a lot in that update that interests me. New legendary affixes, of course, but I'm just gonna keep playing on the main branch for now. What do we want? What do we like? You know, I had a very fun run. The other day, playing Tentacle of an Axe into Tentacle and then another weapon, that could be kind of fun. But I mean, a Hakuto's Bow Fire Grenade is 10 out of 10. Throwing Knife could also be really good. I mean, that's a brutality run right there, through and through. And then Poyo Power. I've actually started to appreciate Poyo Power a little bit more as well. The eggs do a surprising amount of damage. I think you can still take damage when you're in the egg form, but if you just kind of poop out a bunch of eggs and the enemies run into them, they all kind of die. But let's go with the throwing knives. I don't think we're gonna be using the Ferryman's Lantern though. Ferryman's Lantern, it's an interesting one because the Ferryman's Lantern, we'll go brutality. It is decent. Hold on. Shoots an arrow upwards, throwing knife. I thought it was throwing an arrow forwards. That's not what it works. Or that's not how it works. The Ferryman's Lantern is actually like not all that bad. Hey, come here. But what it is hard to work with. I guess we're gonna be rolling big brutality now. Because you do have to roll it as a melee weapon, get the kills with it, and it takes 2 inventory slots. I would much rather be more mobile, I think, with my equipment, more dexterous with my X and Ys here. You know, I don't want to be locked into one weapon this early, I think. I'm also gonna do one little thing here, which I forgot to do earlier. We're gonna do main volume down, and we're gonna crank these up slightly. Just wanna, it's too much. Just wanna do a little bit of sound adjustments, I think. Hold on, if I wanna reduce the volume of everything very slightly. Okay, what if we do 20 and then this is 30. This can be like 42. And this can also be like 42. There we go. I just wanted to do a very minor audio adjustment there. That should do it. No broken gold doors. I mean, breaking the gold doors is something that you can do in that cursed update for the curse, but I still just don't understand the meta behind that update and the curseness. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what you're supposed to do with it other than just literally flawless the entire run. You know how hard it is to flawless an entire run of Dead Cells? There's a reason I don't do that now. Because it's freaking hard. So I don't really find that that update to be particularly interesting to me. Like, I know I'm gonna take some damage at some point. Wow, that was an interesting one. Anyways, enough about that. I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope everyone's having a good time on ye old YouTube or the old Twitch. I wonder what everyone has been playing recently. Starfield is apparently going to be coming out in the very near future. I believe September 5th is the main release from that. Right now it's in like a an early access period where if you prepaid for it, you can play it. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing that myself. I think I'm just over Bethesda RPGs. I played a lot of Skyrim. I played Fallout 3 and New Vegas. I didn't play Fallout 4. But I feel like I'm just kind of over the Bethesda RPGs. The BioWare RPGs, all of them. I think I'm just over RPGs, I think. At least for right now. But if you've been playing, I hope you've been having a good time. I've heard a lot of good things about the reviews, though. Well, I've heard mixed things about the reviews. It's standard Bethesda fare, but then also there's like 1,000 planets you can explore, but they all kind of feel a little bit samey after a while, because how are you going to make 1,000 interesting planets? You know, you're not, at some point, you can't have content everywhere. Although I suppose you actually could if you just want to make the content as like bare bones as possible. Wartballer says, I'll play someday. I'll play someday, you know, buying a game like that, it's easier to make the... That's a legendary? Guys, there's a legendary on this run. The rat has a legendary piece of equipment. It's easier to make the... Wow! That's really good, actually. Interesting. It's way easier to make that purchase if it is a cheaper price point, but I also just find myself not necessarily like super into a Bethesda RPG. I'm interested in it because I like space, and I like space games. But I have space games that I could be playing that I haven't played that I should let's look at or something like that. So what? I don't need to pay $70 for that one. It's a 70 USD game too. Play Baldur's Gate 3. The other reason, since you mentioned it, the other reason to not play it is so that other people can play it themselves. Where are we going? I'm gonna go to I'm gonna do sewer route. The other thing is that people can play the games themselves. Baldur's Gate 3, there's a lot of story there. Starfield. Give other people an opportunity to play it before I jump into it, if I jump into it. In private, you must not stream it. I could play the game on my own. I don't know what I would play on my own, though. I don't play a lot of games on my own. I really don't. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Hokuto's bow has shots piercing enemies. I want this thing to have like a flame or poison. Close. I will spend money, especially later re-rolling this, but for now, we're just gonna roll it as is. But I really do want to get this Hokuto's bow with poison. We could also just keep it with the throwing daggers. I mean, that's totally fine. The combination of throwing dagger, Hokuto's bow, will kill enemies. I don't even have to use the Hokuto's bow to kill anything. I could just use the throwing daggers, so we've got options. I like it. I like the run so far. This is very interesting. But I acknowledge that a level 4 Hokuto's bow is not going to be a 10 out of 10 for the entire run, but I mean, I like it with brutality, because what do you get on brutality runs? You tend to get a lot of, damage over time from bleeding or from from burning, and we're definitely going to have that today. Also provides a good opportunity to just attack and then run directly through the enemies. Did you re-roll it twice just to get the same perks again? It was not a very good re-roll. You know, I'll acknowledge that. The re-roll on the Okuto's bow was pretty much pointless. But that's okay. We can get new affixes later. No extra jumps. That should work. Like Dead Space, right? I just didn't want to pay for Dead Space, but I should play the Dead Space remake because that is like a game that I'm very interested in. I still want to play Callisto Protocol at some point. I know that Callisto Protocol is not necessarily the most well-received of games, and I know that it had a very rough launch, but I got that game for free, so like I absolutely have to play that at some point. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard good things about the DS remake. I believe that when it was kind of announced and it was like at the end of 2022, I was saying that I have hopes for Callisto Protocol, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for that, but I imagine that the Dead Space remake would be totally fine because it's a tried and true formula, and if they just update it, then I don't imagine that they could screw it up. And I believe that to be the case. Callisto Protocol I was a little bit more hesitant about, but it came for free with my graphics card, so I didn't actually have to pull the trigger on that purchase. I may have only slightly regretted the purchase of Back 4 Blood. It's a fun game. A little jank, but still enjoyable. That's why I was very surprised the other day that Lies of P had a demo. Not a lot of games have straight up demos these days, you know what I mean? And I have to wonder why they made the decision to even make a demo for that. Because if you, oh right, I've got the lore rooms turned on. If you make, yeah, I guess we're gonna leave them on for a day. If you make a game and you are confident in it, a demo can create a little bit of hype, you know? People are gonna be very excited about our game, let's try to get a little bit of buzz going on for it. But if you don't have a demo, you could just, people could think that you're trying to like hide the fact that you don't believe in the game, that it's actually gonna perform well. You know, imagine how different of a reception it would have been if, you know, Calypso Protocol had a demo. People would have discovered some of the issues with the game before it actually had launched. Yeah, I have heard that with the Dead Space remake, that it's not just a full remake. They changed some of the plot and some of the scenes. It's not a one-for-one. Which I can completely get behind, because not only does that give it a little bit of variability and a little bit of difference between the original and the remake, but some things would just make more sense if your protagonist wasn't completely silent, you know? And maybe even some of the acting could be a little bit better too. I don't know what you're talking about, Isaac. Of course I had no idea that there was gonna be some hideous monsters here. Why, I know nothing about that, Isaac. We're just gonna ignore that. Okay. You know what? Let's get some fire going on here. Hold on. I'll get that in a second. Reveals invisible enemies. Well, That would be nice, but we're not going to the invisible enemy floor. God, this is really nice. Isaac. Isaac and his Isaac. Whoa. Didn't see you there. What the hell? He suicided me. He knew what he was doing. I didn't expect him to run off the ledge and then die just to get one hit on me. Goodness. What an absolute asshole, you know? We're not going to the ramparts, are you kidding me? I like the run. We've got a little bit of a fire plus bleed happening here, and the damage seems pretty nice so far. Oh, there's a corrupted prison, so we are just one path away from getting the heck out of here. Should we? Nah, I don't think we should actually spend money changing our equipment at all. I think the equipment is totally fine. 9. Welcome, how's it going tonight? And Arcatraz, hello, what's going on? Hope you're doing all right. How's the weather in Arizona? Have you been blown away in the dust storms? Segas Jr. says, I wonder if having a demo decreases piracy. I've seen a few people online say that they pirate games to try them out. I suppose I wouldn't have any say in that one way or another, but I could see that. You know, if you don't know if a game is gonna play on your system. Which is one reason why I would very much like to see more demos, just to know if games will play, and also just to give the developers a little bit more information about possible bottlenecks, you know? I would like Returnal a little bit more if it had not quite as much, hey, that'll kind of work. If it had not quite as much stuttering that happens, I think because it's in the Unreal 4 engine, I would very much like to, you know, see if I can play a game on my computer without needing to upgrade something. I think though that is less important now that companies like Steam have proper refund policies, because if you buy the game and it doesn't work, you can just refund it, ideally, right? So there's that. We're looking for Tranquility increases the damage over time, effects when it's active. We don't have turrets, and the brutality mutations don't really do that much, do they? We're not really rolling melee. I'm rolling a couple of ranged weapons, but it's bleed and burn build. We could go for bonus flasks, but we haven't really taken too much damage. Vengeance could give us a little bit of a damage bonus. Do you think Vengeance would work on DOT? Because then we could maybe roll a Face Flask Vengeance. The Face Flask would create fire, which would mean we could replace the Holy Flask with it. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. And then combo, of course, is not doing anything. Does work very well with the pans and might be a very good boss fight thing for us, but considering the boss we're going to be fighting, tentacles are going to die to DOT, and then I guess panchucks with the combo. We're not critting the boss, so the panchucks aren't going to be amazing. This is an interesting one. You know, it's weird, but maybe barbed tips with the Hokuto's bow can at least do damage over time on its own. But even that is like, you know, we have enough DOT. I don't think we need barbed tips. Acrobatapack means we could roll the Hokuto's bow in the backpack, but that doesn't seem super necessary either. We're not rolling a melee weapon. We could roll a melee weapon, but You know, maybe networking? You know, F it. Networking brutality run, why not? I had less floors on the tower. On the tower? On the tower. You mean Returnal's tower having less floors? I don't mind it being endless, it's just, it gets to be a bit of a grind eventually. Oh, it's another pan. This run really wants to give me some like very particular equipment, doesn't it? I gotta say, I like it. I like the run so far. Seems solid. Get out of here. Hello? Academy Kill says, how do you make a napkin dance? You put a boogie in it. Why are you like this? That's what I want to know. Just why are you like this? How long does networking last, I wonder? I'm using the buttons with the wrong inputs here. You know, it's actually kind of interesting. It's, you do a lot of DOT damage, and then you just kind of put all that DOT damage on everyone. I mean, this is kind of a clear tactics build. But I find it a little bit interesting that it's actually kind of working as a brutality build as well, but I guess that's the power of perks like Point Blank and support, maybe even Tranquility, is that if you're rolling it, it's still a very worthy perk to take. You don't have to take it with survival. Hey Mud, welcome. How you doing, Muddy? Have you been playing anything, Mud, recently? You die? Thank you. I think I also really like the idea of Hakuto's bow along with this, because it will amplify the damage of networking in theory too. I mean, it's working very well so far. Also, thank you, Biters, for your limited work. I mean, we're done with the floor. That happened very fast. Can I put a pause on Baldur's Gate 3? I've just been messing around in Rocket League lately. So the same old, same old. Old man Mud still playing his Rocket League. Why don't you play a new game like Fortnite? Dun, 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 dun. I have level 1 tactics still. Oh, what the heck? I didn't jump there. My dude, are you okay? You're jumping into nothing. There we go. Unlocking shotgun rapid fire. I mean, there's so much stuff that I need to unlock in Returnal because I didn't actually unlock any of it the first time through. How old is Fortnite now? I mean, I guess it really depends on whether you are counting from what Fortnite originally was, which was a tower defense game, versus what it is now. I mean, hell, Dead Cells originally was a tower defense game. There's nothing wrong with it being a tower defense game. Maybe old man Abe will join me sometimes. I should. I really should. I should stop being a bad boy. Play some more games. 7 years, says Warp Maulers. Yeah, it's been a long time. And it still seems like it's going strong-ish. Instinct of the Master of Arms, Midas's Blood, gain gold per health point you lose. 1.6 gold per health point you lose. The thing is that Midas's Blood is better later, because when you have 1,000 HP, you get a 1,600 gold from 100% to 0, but when you have 20,000 HP, you know, that's 32,000 gold from 100% to 0. Makes a difference. Frostbite, DPS when slowed down. Accumulate bonus gold for every enemy killed when you have an active speed boost and cash it in when it ends. I wonder how much gold do you think? Get rich quick, Dead Cells. Wiki GG. I've never actually paid attention to what you get from this. Enemies killed during the speed buff will drop gold equal to 2 times the normal amount, but you get extra gold when the speed buff ends. Double gold from enemies doesn't seem particularly amazing. They don't drop a lot of gold themselves. Lose gold instead of health when you get hit. Dead inside, ammo. Ammo does work with Hakuto's bow, right? Gives you 1 more shot. I'll take it. There we go. Oh man, my voice is a bit shot today. As is the case sometimes. I gotta say though, this might be a little bit of a wonky build, but it has done a very good job of getting us through the levels quickly. I mean, we're still on... We entered this floor with no melees. We're still on not even enemies turning into elites, which is pretty good, I think. You know, it's no ossuary path, but normally on this floor I tend to have a little bit of to-do, you know? I'm trying to keep in front of the enemies. Okay, there's another one. We're finding a lot of these, and they're in the way too, which is nice. You know what, next run, maybe I will... It's just so bad. Maybe next run I will consider disabling that outline. It's really nice to be able to see all of the bonus scrolls, but it does make it maybe a little bit too easy. Wow, this like doubled my health in 1 amulet. It actually might be worth taking. We only lose 1 point, but... Let's go down. Okay. Let's never talk about that ever again. Well, that was an interesting jump. I'm just that good at the game, I guess. All right, let's get back on track. We've had a lot of malaise increase while I've just been running around picking up free cash. Free cash for gold. I'm gonna do this. Can I get anything to fight, please? Whoa, you dick. Get back here. No spikes. Maybe I should have actually taken the opportunity to get a little bit of extra health instead of rolling very low HP here. Would have been smart. Hey, a curse sword! We know how much we love curse and dead cells. Vampire killer. I mean, that would work pretty well with Hokuto's bow because it does leave a shot of flames, but it's not super effective. We could take hemorrhage and then roll acrobat pack, which would synergize with the bleed, but it's not really what I'm looking for. I like the run that we've got right now. I guess I don't know what I'm looking for except maybe a firebrand, which would be really fast and would synergize nicely with the Hokuto's bow. And then maybe we could re-roll the bow a little bit more and look for poison instead of burn, and then we'd have another affix or another weapon damage type. When will they add a banana to dead cells? They'll add a banana to dead cells, but it's gonna be a food item. It's gonna be a banana and a cornucopia. It turns out that the affixes are doing a lot of work, and networking is kind of kicking ass. And networking is really good. It's not good for all fights, but for some fights, it's like a 10 out of 10. And for biome clearing, it's very good. There we go. It's still not very good for the giant, even though people keep telling me it is. It might help you kill the fists, but it does nothing on the eye. I'm gonna eat the food. The food, the food. Ah! How do we get that? Hello? There we go. This is gonna make for a really weird fight against the boss. We'll probably maybe roll the pans. I don't know yet. Might get a little wonky though. Why was that doing 900 DPS? It's actually, it seems like a lot, considering I only have 2 levels of tactics. Maybe it's just that the DOT from the daggers isn't quite as effective as I maybe thought it was gonna be. There you go. Hold on. There you go. Finally, you're dead. Oh my god. There we go. Not a lot happening in there. You know, we should complete the room though, because you never know when there's gonna be a random legendary on the side path. Never mind. I'd hate for there to be a random legendary. Since we got one early, I want to get another one later. And the one we got early was not the one that is showing up on the floor guaranteed. That was a completely random drop, which is really nice for us, because it means that level 4 Hokuto's bow doesn't cost us anything later, having it now. Whoa. There we go. Hey, get out of here. How did that guy not have anything on him at that point? He wasn't burning or bleeding. Thank you. A better amulet, thank you very much. Yeah, this has been a very good run so far, a very easy run. Hasn't really been at all problematic. We've had very good weapons for the whole thing. And, you know, weapons that we know work. More lore rooms. You do get freebies from the lore rooms, like there's no reason to disable them. Again, the only reason why I do that is because if you disable the lore rooms, then you actually get functioning seeds. Otherwise, the seed function doesn't work in the game. Unfortunately. You know what? You know what? It's a knife dance. Oh, I gotta get the other key. And then there's a grenade, infantry grenade. If the infantry grenade has oil, we could get rid of the oil grenade. Oil grenade is not a very good item in this game. But there's also probably a skill shop. Maybe we can buy something of a little bit higher quality. It only spreads oil on the enemy, not the ground, I guess, is the negative. Also, you could be a mimic. You're not. You know what? With the lore rooms, we would see the mimic guy being like, "What the heck? There's bags everywhere. Bags everywhere." 12 seconds. 12 seconds. Inflicts 300 damage and then 1,000 DPS. This inflicts, in theory, less DPS, but it can do it longer. How did you know that the rat would drop a unique? So, enemies that have stars over them on the map have either a scroll or a legendary equipment. On that floor, on that first floor, I had already picked up all of the scrolls, so I knew that there was not going to be a scroll in that enemy. I knew it was going to be a legendary. So that was a very easy thing to notice. Let's just reroll, see what we get. Better holy water. You know what? Better holy water maybe we'll grab. I don't normally roll holy water anyways. Burns the ground when destroyed. We could go Phase Flask. Wait a minute. Covers the ground around you in oil, electrocutes, toxic cloud. We could smack our face and then take vengeance. For 8 or 6 seconds, we do more damage and we take less. And it gives us the oil that we need, and it gives us electrocution and poison synergies as well. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. There's our combo. I have not rolled this synergy yet. I haven't. But if we roll it, then I would like to get a spite sword as well. I probably rolled past one here in the shop, but we'll look for one in the future. Because with a spite sword and vengeance, then we get guaranteed crits, and on top of those guaranteed crits, we also get guaranteed vengeance damage, right? So, sure, let's do it. I don't really want to get rid of anything else that we have, though, because I really like the build, but I'll get rid of ammo for this, I think. Double knife dance. I decided against it. I like having fire activation, because I already have bleed activation with the knife itself. So we'll go... I think I want to keep networking, but that's mostly for after the boss. And then vengeance is a huge damage increase. In theory. And as long as we find like one food item per floor, we can heal the damage that we're doing to ourselves. So why not? Let's do it. Am I really just gonna roll Hokuto's bow into the boss fight? I think I'm just gonna roll Hokuto's bow into the boss fight. We could get the pan out, I suppose. The pan does do a lot of damage, admittedly. But we have it in the pocket if we need it. All right, hello, watcher. Watch this. Tentacles might take additional damage when you hit them. Damage is actually pretty damn good. All right, they're all hit with the bow. They all still have Hokuto's bow active, except for that one. I feel like this went very well. If you're cursed and use Phase Flask, will it kill you? No, it will not. Phase Flask doesn't take away your combo, it doesn't take away your flawless, it just takes away some of your health and that's it. If you're at 1 HP, it will kill you, but just don't be at 1 HP. I guess, you know what? Phase Flask, you wouldn't want to have it with, you would not want to have it with, what is it, damnable vigor or whatever the heck it is in the new game? That's something you would want to avoid, isn't it? I think I would like to go and fight I'm tempted to go fight Mausoleum Boss, actually. Scarecrow, he's tough, but I feel like I got a good anti-Scarecrow build right now. Really, the build is just, you know, stay away from him, but, you know, maybe that's all we need. F it, let's do it. Wait, how do we get there? Oh, we can get there from anywhere. Okay. Let's go to the graveyard because it has the extra cash. All right, what do we got? A ledge. I mean, when, if not now, you know? When, if not now, would you take the legendary Phase Flask that gives you 70% of your bonus health for 2 seconds? There it goes. Why not? We've got Vengeance, all we need now is a Phase Flask. I will re-roll it to get oil. I'd rather have that than burning because we have burning on a couple of things already. So there you go. Generates oil and electrocution and toxic clouds and increases your movement speed for 10 seconds too. I'm a rocket man. I'm a rocket man. All right, let's do it. Strange, but I like it. And also, I don't remember what the Spite Sword legendary is, but in theory, we could go there, try to get one from the cavern, take a wish. I'm starting to think that that's a bit of a waste of wish, though, getting legendaries. Because in a lot of situations, you don't actually need the legendary effect from something, because the legendary effect is not that strong. It really does depend on the weapon. You know, some weapons have better legendaries than other weapons. Yes, I would love to have a legendary gun, because that is so much better than the regular version of the gun. Well, you don't really get the gun, you get the sword gun, but it does depend, I think, very heavily on what you're actually trying to find. And since I don't remember what was in the spite sword, I don't know if it's something that I'm gonna wanna get. Whoa, whoa. Wave of Denial is pretty good. Whenever I try to use that on bosses, though, I have not had very good boss fights with Wave of Denial. I'm not entirely certain how to make that one work. Might be worth going for like a legendary Throne Dagger, though. I do believe that one is enemies killed by the bleed will spread it, which kind of synergizes with the Hokuto's bow effect, where enemies that die from it will spread. So maybe you want that so you can spread out that damage a lot. Also, it doesn't particularly seem super necessary because you can just, you know, spread the bleed by just using another dagger. Man, is it just me, or is this like an exceptionally good run right now? Then again, I'm not doing anything. I'm not actually engaging the enemies. I'm just running away like a coward, but still. Really? That stunned me? I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I'm speechless. That's why I'm talking. Well, time for the malaise to build up a little bit. Gotta give the game a chance to kill me, right? I will say, it is tempting to think, well, you know what, if I find a tentacle, maybe I want to grab that tentacle before we go fight the scarecrow. Did enable a really handy scarecrow fight the last time we had that. Okay, 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 okay. What the ever-loving hell? That might be one of the worst rooms I've seen. Oh my god. I got soft-locked. I could not move for a second there. Good god. That was rough. Vampire Killer. I mean, we've got burn, so it does make sense to maybe roll this. I guess we'll take it over the pans. Yeah, that was rough. I've not had a room that bad in a long ass time. Jumping on an enemy stuns it? That's what I had? I guess I didn't look to see what I actually had as far as modifiers go, huh? What's our Hokuto's bow? Plus 2,400 DPS. It's getting there. It's basically, if we have one knife on an enemy, it's as though the enemy has like 3 additional knives. No. You know, I saw some pluses in there, so I think that the Phase Flask Vengeance actually does improve your damage with the DOTs. Rapier's pretty. You know what? What about the Corrupted Power? That could be nice too. I never do take it. Maybe I should. And Rapier is good, but I think if we're gonna be doing this run as we think we're gonna be doing this run, then what I really do need is a oh, it's a mimic shop. Hello, Bagman. What I need is a spite sword to roll with vengeance. Okay, this is good. Where the hell's the curse chest? It is it all the way here to the right? Taunt? I don't want taunt. Taunt sucks. Taunt's terrible. You will not convince me that taunt is any good. What's in here? Food shop, but no enemies. There it is. I think it's always behind that breakable floor and I just never remember it. I always forget about that fact. Quick bow. Quick bow could be kind of interesting. Quick bow legendary in the cursed update happening soon. That actually does seem pretty good because what that does is when you crit, you get your ammo back. So you actually have ammo with the quick bow. My problem with the quick bow is that it just doesn't have any ammo. It runs out so damn quickly. Like, I know it's got 20,000 DPS on crits, but if it runs out of ammo, I don't want this. It's really hard to take it. All right, don't kill me. So we know there's gonna be mimics. Let's not do the weird jumping yet. Something's gonna be over there. I don't know what that is. There's enemies here in the doorway. This will get us down to no curse, and then we'll check out the shops. And you're dead. Okay. Excuse me. Nothing in here, unfortunately. Just some cells. So what do we have? What do we have here? Weapons. I would, oh wow. Trail of Flames on the throwing knife is really cool. Much higher quality. Could be a mimic, but a level 11 throwing knife that has Trail of Flames is totally okay with me. I thought that cell was a projectile. That happens to me all the time. I think I've just gotten used to it at this point. Wow, that was easy. You gotta hand it to, oh, it doesn't have ammo +3 though. You gotta hand it to, oh, this is food, that's what it is. Are we gonna eat the food? I think I'll eat the food, why not? We could have bought food from the shop, I guess, but we can just buy the malaise reduction and it's cheaper. Wasn't there another shop? Was it through a door? I mean, there's a food shop, but that's it. Level 11 throwing knife. Yeah, that's good. That's quite good. We've got a lot of flame, a lot of bleed. What I don't really have is a weapon that actually is the payoff for this. Like, I don't have that spite sword that I'm looking for, but if we go to the cavern and we find a level 12, we could see how the spite sword vengeance combo actually does work in the end. I might still want to do the Hokuto's bow throwing dagger for the scarecrow fight, because he's kind of a pain in the ass, but other than that. Wah, wah, wah. That was a nice floor. Other than getting comboed to death, that was a good floor. Oh man, a war spear. 50,000 DPS on the crits. You're never gonna crit, but even 26,000 DPS on the non-crit is just lovely. We'll take that one. That's a great melee weapon to have. Not entirely sure when I'm gonna actually use it, but it's a good melee weapon to have. Hokuto's bow. We don't need to reroll this anymore. Yeah, we could reroll it to maybe get poisoned, but with bleed and burn active right now, we really don't need to. Bank? Bank? No, we're not gonna go to the bank. There's no reason to, because the cavern has 3 weapon shops already. The bank only has 2, so technically the cavern is more likely to give me what I need. It's a harder floor, but I think we can manage. Well, I'm sure some people would say that the bank is the harder floor. No, I think that the cavern is way harder than the bank. When you find the cavern and the bank together, I would say that if you wanted to get technical, yes, no, don't you do it. Yes, the bank is harder, but that's really mostly for if you find it early. It would be harder. I would say it would be harder anyways. So there's another flask. We really don't need the flasks. Like, we don't need any additional help creating fire. There's an exception to that, which is if the enemy is not on the ground, the holy water, or rather, oh right, no teleporters. That's always so weird when that happens. If the enemy's not on the ground, then the Hokuto's bow and the daggers won't actually light them on fire, but it's not a huge problem. Quark, welcome, happy Friday. You say you're so tired. And would you say that you're rolling? I don't know, there's a joke in there somewhere. Go catch yourself, I don't know. Well, it is Friday. Now's the time to sit in front of the TV and watch some Abe Dead Cells runs. Who would want to do that? You know what I mean? More skills. I like seeing more skills. Cleaver Trap spreads oil and more damage on burning oil. Knife Dance, more damage on burning oil. Gotta admit, the Cleaver Trap is kind of interesting. Ashenran says, my TV is your stream. Hello, hello! Hello TV, hello world, hi! I think we could go Cleaver Trap. We don't need the fire. Again, we've got 2 different things that have flames, so the Cleaver Trap enabling more bleed and more damage on burning oil and more damage. I'll take it. Yeah. Hold on, there's a chest there. I gotta check. Box? That's a little rough to see the box right there. I'm actually gonna swap the amulet. I think I need to do that a little bit more often. One scroll is probably not worth the cost of like 6,000 HP, you know? And we're likely to get another scroll on this level. Let's just take the health now, and then when we find a better scroll, we'll just replace it. You know, that saved us a little bit of damage right there. I will also say though that, you know, those are the situations where the Hokuto's bow is not necessarily that accurate, because I shot the bird, and yet he wasn't burning, because the shot went a little high. You know, if it's not creating the fire, then it's not doing its job. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wrong direction. You good? Oh my god. I didn't actually apply any DOT to those enemies, again, because the bow isn't applying it in all situations. Whoa. Also, I got kicked. You're on fire, so you'll die. Oh, you know why? I'm dumb. The bow's not applying DOT to those enemies because they don't burn. That's right. They're demon imps. They're immune to fire. No wonder they're living longer than I would like. That guy is in the wall? No. You didn't burn. You did die, though. Your friend's gonna die, I'm not worried about him. So this is a great time for a legendary, I think. Might be like one of the best times because it's gonna be maximum level. It's an assassin's dagger too, oh my god. Yeah, we'll put that in the backpack. If we can build synergies off of that, that would be incredible. There we go, much better. I do like being able to kill the bird just by hitting one demon imp. Like, that's enough damage from the networking to actually kill him. Well, he's gonna be a problem later. That's gonna hurt. That's fine though, this is the reason why I'm dumb. I should be using Face Flask to give myself temporary health before I engage those enemies. But this is also why I've got the extra HP. Collect a syringe. Nah. I still am looking for a damn spite sword though. Maybe we don't need it because we've got the assassin's blade. It's not the true combo that you're supposed to be looking for, but it should probably be good enough for me. Uh-oh. These guys are very tanky. Oh, Jesus. Hello, friend. Where'd you come from? I guess the issue with rolling. Oh, hold on, I can't look at that right now. God damn it. Gemacho Libre, welcome. Kaka, how you doing? Long time no see like usual. One problem with rolling DOT only is that it does sometimes take a while to actually kill anything. How you doing, Game Watcho? Have you been playing anything interesting lately? Are you excited about Starfield? It's the spite sword of my dreams. Critical hit. We'll think about it. Give me a second. Okay, where are we going? Down. Freaking floor is so long, man. How did you find me? I'm careful, I'm careful. Don't be a cursed chest. I mean, we should look. Don't see one, good. I'm always worried about that. I never want to fight the next boss with the cursed chest active. Doesn't come up that often, but when it does come up, it's killer. If I ever did have a cursed chest on this floor and I couldn't cleanse it, I would go and fight the giant. It's not even a question. No. I almost jumped one too many times down. Well, that was easy. Oiled sword. That's also very tempting because we have a fire build. And actually, I know that the oiled sword can be very good against the mausoleum. I've done it before. So we could roll Cursed Trap, Oiled Sword, extend the fire onto the boss, keep it on him, keep the crits going, or we could roll Spite Sword, but the damage output from the two weapons is pretty much the same. So the Oiled Sword is a little bit more synergistical with the run, isn't it? Thank you. I've got to get better at fighting this guy melee, so I think I might actually do that. Because I think I can here. 31. Decent quantity. And we're done. That's the whole floor. So yeah, level 12 oiled sword does not sound bad at all. Why don't we really quickly go back to that weapon shop though and see what is there. Sir Xerox, welcome as well. How are you doing today? Oh, there's also a firebrand. I'm liking the throwing knife. Also, the assassin's dagger is more damage than the other weapons, but only on a crit. Okay, hold on. 75,000 DPS on that, right? I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Oh my god. Scroll counts above the curve. We have had 2 or 3 bonus floor challenge runes. So yeah, we're a little high. Not as much as we were on that one run that I had recently where I had 6 up. by the time we hit the final boss. That was a good one. Okay, 75,000, 63,000 with the oiled sword. So the spite sword is a little bit higher damage. It also spreads oil. We'd have to re-roll it because of the heal factor, but that's fine. The Assassin's Dagger is 166,000 on a crit. That's insanely high. You'd have to ensure that you're getting the backstabs. But if ever you got the backstabs, you would be exceptional. You would be exceptionally happy with the damage. But again, I know that the oiled sword can do it. But we got this for free. It's a legendary. It's criticals. God, that's like actually such good damage. Maybe we'll just roll Assassin's Dagger and we'll try this. This boss is incredibly fast though. I guess ultimately, the other thing about the Assassin's Dagger is because it's a fast weapon, individually the hits don't do that much damage. But it is still very good. So we've got the oiled sword, we've got the spite sword. I don't even know what the combo is with the spite sword. One. So it does 2 hits, a kick, and then a third hit on the 4th combo. So 1, 2, 3. Not a lot, not any like animation lock. A very tiny amount with the oiled sword on the end of the combo. A very tiny amount with the spite sword too. Virtually none with the Assassin's Blade here. There's a lot of good stuff, a lot of good stuff. And none of this interests me at all. We don't need the blood sword. So I think we'll roll the legendary Assassin's Blade just because it is possibly way more damage than the other ones. And we can just reroll this to get double damage on burning oil. We have plenty of burning, plenty of oil, plenty of flames. We should be fine there. And then we'll just hope for the mass damage back shots, right? Yeah. Because even though I really like the oiled sword here, and we have Vengeance, so the spite sword could be good. Vengeance will still buff the damage of the Assassin's Dagger, you know. So we'll just roll this, and we'll make it work. We are done with the floor. Don't even think I need to do any re-rolling. I like the traps that we have, so let's go fight Mr. Scarecrow. Hey Lydia, welcome. How's the alpha? I played a little bit of the alpha yesterday, the cursed update, and I just don't understand the meta of the cursed items. They're not particularly strong on their own. There are synergies that over the course of a run can let you build massive amounts of damage, but they require you to basically play perfectly. And so I find myself not being particularly interested in that, because if I die, and I already die way too much in Dead Cells just by not using healing flasks when I should. I don't want to also have to worry about, oh, I have to literally play perfectly on a boss fight, otherwise I'm just gonna straight up die. I can't flawless every boss in this game, you kidding me? There's a reason why I'm still taking disengagement all the time. Like, I can understand the new items for particular runs, e.g. achievements. Oh, I need to defeat the game without taking damage. I need to do a cursed sword run to get the achievement. Like, sure, okay. Buffing the damage of runs where you can't take damage, sure. I can see that. But for the 99% of your runs, I'm not going to take that type of equipment. I'm not going to take the cursed stuff because I know I'm going to just end up losing the run as a result of it in all likelihood. So I don't want to have to play perfectly in Dead Cells. I want to have fun. I want to experiment. I want to just take whatever items I want and just go wherever I want, and I don't want to have to focus that hard. I'm not playing Dead Cells to try hard. Come on. There you go. Double damage on burning oil and applies the oil itself. And it also does more damage on electrified targets, which we'll get out of the face flask anyways. So that's set. That's a ton of damage. You know, I think what we'll roll is definitely Vengeance, because we have face flask. I think we'll roll... We could roll support because we do have the cleaver trap now. We don't need acrobatic pack. I can just fire the Hokuto's bow once and then just swap. So maybe we'll go support since we're gonna be close to the trap, and then maybe we'll go... You know, it's tempting to go melee. I just don't want to mess up the timing. It's going to be hard enough as is. We don't need kill rhythm. The weapons are fast enough. If I don't know what to take, I'll just we'll take the safety take. And nothing needs to be re-rolled. Double damage on burning oil. 2 weapons that have Trail of Flames. So we have Flames, and we have the Bleed. And we've got the bow. So I think we're fine. And then we'll just do this. Hokuto's bow will activate. Well, you know what? We don't need the dagger, because we don't really need the extra damage from it, I suppose. So we can just roll bow, dagger, face flask, cleaver. Hope for the best. Let's go for it. I've had good mausoleum fights in the past, but I'm not confident fighting him melee. He's just too fast. I like that Damned Vigor works while cursed, but it kind of makes it a must take. Damned Vigor, it also makes curses way less dangerous, which I think... Someone's in the garage. Which I think is a little bit of a double-edged sword, because the curses are supposed to be, you know, this big one-hit kill mechanic that can kill you. The risk is you will die. The reward is you get free scrolls. But then if you can take Damned Vigor and then also not die in one hit, then you're like, the curses aren't necessarily that dangerous. They're not dangerous for like cursed chests, you know? I'm not particularly endangered by a cursed chest, but people who are just starting out in Dead Cells, or, you know, they're still working on their BC5 victories, they're gonna be like, oh god, a cursed chest, I'm scared now. But if you can take Damned Vigor, that really does reduce the fear factor a little bit there, you know? All right, let's do this. Okay. Apparently, you have enough time to just roll back and forth. All right, sweet. Sick. I don't think I actually landed my shots, though. I was a little bit too far away from him. The arrows were doing a lot of damage. But that's why you got arrows, I guess. All right. 2 bosses down. Gimacho says, doing great, not played much lately. I got 20 games in the pup line. Not a big fan of Bethesda's. Haven't found a game that fills the void that Gungeon has left. If I play some Gungeon, Gimacho, would you watch me? Oh my god! You fuck. Bad, very bad. Thank you for the subscription. Scarecrow always feels like a joke or terrifying. Yeah, that's kind of exactly correct. I would agree. No bleeding, but I don't think you need it anymore. We don't need 2 face flasks though. Like the whole point about the cleaver trap is not necessarily the bleed, it's about damage. It does, with double damage on burning oil and 10% damage, it does like what? 35,000 DPS on its own on a trap on the ground that can't be destroyed or knocked off of a level, which is very good for the Hand of the King. The point of this is just to have it, but what the hell is this nonsense? So we have 6,000 of 11,000. I have plus 15,000 HP, so it does give you a lot of health, but we don't need 2 of them. That's the thing. Why would you need 2 of them? This is stupid. This is stupid. I hate this. Let's like we. No downtime. I mean, right now the downtime is 2 seconds. Watching your last DC run, just came in and found you here. I stream very frequently, Bad, and it's good to see you. I hope you're enjoying the Dead Cells runs. Have you been watching a lot of my runs, or did you just find them? I have to question you. I have to be like, how did you find my Dead Cells runs? Is YouTube advertising them to people? If so, you know, good on YouTube finally. What was today's Dead Cells run? Today's Dead Cells run is 126 going for a dip. Oh, that's the one where we found the amulet that had poison healing on it. So I went the toxic sewers route and then spent like 2 minutes just standing in a pool of water to heal. I remember that run. Okay, I'm not gonna roll double face flask, but it's funny. Just found them today, sorted them by date of upload. Like on the YouTube playlist system. See, I hate it when that happens. Well, I want a chronological order. I don't want inverse chronological order. I don't want playlists to start at episode 130. I want them to start at episode 1, because when you autoplay them, it'll just autoplay 130, 129, 128. Where's the fun in that? All right, I need to swap. And we are going to move on. Let's do this. Hell9, welcome. How are you doing today? Welcome to this Dead Cells run. I have Vengeance Face Flask. And it's pretty good, actually. All right, let's go fight another boss. I think the most annoying thing that a YouTuber could do for me, personally, is sort by upload date recent first. I don't care about that. I don't want your recent videos first. I want a proper ordered playlist. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? L9, thank you for the resub as well. Cacaws all around. Caca. You know what I need? I need a, okay, we're going down. I need a Dead Cells caca. I don't have networking anymore, so I gotta be a little bit careful about that, but enemies will still die fast enough, I think. See ya. I mean, one thrown dagger is enough to kill most of these dudes. All right, let's do it. 1600. I need another enemy. I need to see how much bleed damage it does. This is the wrong direction. So we did 1600 per bleed tick with the Vengeance out. So I want to see if Vengeance is actually improving the DOT DPS. It doesn't. Okay, that's just a lot of numbers, though. Is it? That's doing 5,000. Why is it doing 5,000? Is it doing 5,000 DPS now? Or 5,000 damage per tick with the face flask up? It did 5,900. Is Vengeance really improving it that much? Or is it like... No, we don't have like a bleed synergy. Why is it doing so much more damage? That's interesting. It feels like actually Face Flask is improving the damage of the throwing knives by like a factor of 3. And if that's the case, that's incredible. It's only supposed to be plus 92% damage. Although I did see, well, I saw 1,063 in there, but that's because we weren't actually vengeanced. Ow. Jerk. That was a, oh, that was a 5,000, but I just got hit, so that makes sense. So LT. 5,000, 5,000, I saw some 5,000s in there. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, this makes Vengeance even way better than I thought. If the damage is improved actually that much, that's an absurd amount of damage. Dun, dun, dun. Whoa, no! We didn't trigger disengagement, but that was stupid. I'm gonna be honest, I just didn't see him. I was looking at chat. That's why I gotta stop looking at chat sometimes. Kushmir, welcome. How's it going today? 129,000 DPS is pretty good. Unconditionally, that flawless was actually fantastic. Maybe I should have grabbed it. Kushmir says hello, good night. Baseball bat. Oh my god, 183,000 DPS with double damage on burning oil. Level 9 baseball bat. If only we could actually use this. But we don't have any rooting or anything like that. No stunning. Not very good on boss fights for the most part. Speaking of bleeding spreads it. I really like the cleaver trap. It's level 12, double damage on burning oil. It's just there for damage. And against the bosses we're gonna be fighting, it actually makes a lot of sense to have it. I don't know why I went this way. This is the long path. Long, long path. We're at 1,800 damage now. And then 6,000 damage when we're actually under the effect of vengeance. You know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking, okay? I'm thinking that what's actually happening is that maybe that plus 93% is being applied multiple times. Like, the throwing knife applies more bleed, and then also we're getting more damage out of it. That would explain it, in theory, I think. What crit? Oh, it was the electrical damage. Let's go. I missed that scroll fragment, that's dumb. Well, let's go get that. I think there's a... Is there a chance that we can get another scroll on Spoiler Fight? I actually forget if there's scroll fragments on that path in the observatory. I don't remember. Hello. Thank you. Dun 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 dun. We've been through. We've not been through all the doors. We've been through that one though. I think. I don't think we've been through the blue one, is it? L9 says, my brother is here, he's upset because he doesn't understand what you say. Don't worry about it. All you need to know is that we're winning, and when we're winning, you just gotta say, yay! Just cheer, just say like, yeah, woo! Dead cells, go headless! Yeah! Hey Latem, haven't seen this game in a while. Any new content recently? Before or after Castlevania? Because there is a update in the pipeline that adds a lot of cursed nonsense. And it's gonna be real hard, and it's gonna add in a lot of stuff that makes curses a little bit better, as useless as that is. I've heard a lot of mixed things about the update. People have said that it's both good and then also that they don't care too much. So it's a mixed bag update. That's what they should call it, mixed bag update. He's 5. Woo, yeah! I love being 5. Also, there's like gratuitous cartoon violence and spike traps. Also, don't worry about the fact that I threw my head, okay? This is perfectly normal, a perfectly normal thing. And we are done with the floor, so we are leaving. We're winning, gets hit by spike ball twice. It didn't hurt. I'm fine. We're going to... No, I want this here, this here. We don't really need the daggers as much. Double damage on burning oil, trail of flames, oil, covers the ground in oil, should be good. And we know we can crit this guy in the back very easily. So let's do it. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Goodness, that's good damage. Okay. I'm starting to become a believer in the face flask. There's something about the vengeance damage affecting DOT that just makes the fire shred, but then also the Assassin's Dagger is doing 300,000 DPS and then double that. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Just your typical face flask vengeance enjoyer. There's Scarecrow Sickles. Yeah. Do you think I can actually learn how to use these? Increasingly severe critical hits. Where's Lemon? I need Lemon to tell me about Scarecrow Sickles. How do you use Scarecrow Sickles effectively? I can never figure it out. I can't, Like, I have to dodge enemies. I can't just dodge my own scythes. That's 4 more things I have to dodge, you know? I guess if you just do this, you can, like, get them all together and just follow a pattern, right? Fires twice as many bullets. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. This is just gonna be the run of weirdness, apparently. So it spreads oil, which is good, but let's try to have it also do double damage on burning oil. There you go. That'll do it. We get biters as well, but the biters are less of a concern. All right. Face flask, best item in the game. Honest belief says Xerox. Face flask, huh? Well, I grabbed him. I mean, face flask has the obvious synergies with vengeance. No, don't grab him. We gotta keep him going forever. Nope, don't grab him. No, I grabbed them. There's gotta be like a specific pattern you can take to dodge them all perfectly. Giant comb. 189,000 DPS is pretty good. Because they're just a little too hard for me to dodge. Thank you. You're not dead yet? Thank you. This is our lore room. Wow! It's fine. Has a little bit of weirdness. We don't need the health. We've got flasks to fall back on if we need it. I do hate whenever the arrow aims too far upwards and you don't actually get the burn happening. You think it would be just a little bit more consistent, but it's apparently hard to hit with. I'm also very tempted to maybe take the sinew slicer instead of the scarecrow sickles, because as interesting as they are and as like unique and interesting as they are as an item, I'm just bad with them. Oh, no, that's where we want. I suppose they do deal a lot of damage if you can get them all to land, so I don't know, maybe we'll give it a shot. Thank you. Face Flask Vengeance means literally 8 seconds of double damage in the late game. I mean, that's what I'm noticing, but again, I'm noticing that it's more than double damage on these attacks, which is weird. Which is why I'm actually thinking that maybe Face Flask is even, like, way better than people think. Oh, I need the key. It would be cool if the recharge would start when they're out. Yeah, that's the other thing about the Face Flask, is that, let's say I fire 4 of them, and I catch 3 of the scythes. I have to wait until I catch the 4th scythe in order to get the recharge started. And then I have to wait 10 seconds at that point. So it does take a little while. Uh-oh. Whoa, easy, buddy. Nope. Nope. Don't like you. Don't like the big bird. No one likes the big bird around here. Ow. Actually, the knives have been really nice as well. They do a very good, you know what, ducking makes more fire. They do a very good job of killing enemies above me, and the DOT is totally adequate. That's another baguette. I love bread. Uh-oh. Well, we've learned that the scythes actually do break. I need that. Oh! All right. Let's see. I wonder if they would get the damage bonus when, there's a scroll, when they hit the shield. Oh! Dun dun dun. Excuse me. Really should try to avoid some of this damage. Taking quite a lot, actually. So let's go get some baguettes and see if there's anything remaining. No, we did the whole floor, so we are out. I'm just gonna fall. Just go there right here. How did I miss this? You think I would have seen the, like, exceptionally obvious scroll. All right. There's our baguette. The lovely baguette. And we'll go get more food. Actually, I already bought the other one, didn't I? Yeah, okay. That's fine. It does not matter. We're gonna leave regardless. I've got high hopes. High hopes for the face flask doing a lot of damage. Oh, I understand. The scythes, the sickles, rather. I should really call them sickles because that's what they are. They were destroyed when they hit the laser beam. I completely forgot about that. I wonder what'll happen on the boss fight if we teleport. I wonder if the sickles will just stay behind or something. Okay. Let's do it. We're ready. I am amazed by how little I've had to re-roll over this run. I re-rolled the bow like 4 times and it's a level 4 and we're still holding it. Probably could have, at this point, taken like an acrobat pack or something, but yeah, surely. Hopefully the face flask deals a lot of damage. Not surely, hopefully. Because it might just be face flask doing all of the damage here. You absolute garbage man. Okay. I caught them all. That's not what I had intended. As you could no doubt guess. I mean, he's gonna die. Why? I killed him in one hit. Why could I not get my ammo back? Is that how Hakuto's bow work, and I've just never paid attention to that fact that the ammo gets stuck in the enemy? I kept wanting to create fire, but it wasn't working. That wasn't a problem on the Scarecrow fight. It was a problem on this guy, though. Okay, lesson learned. You would think I would have realized that by now, but apparently not. That was a good run. Phase Flask, newfound appreciation for the combo with Vengeance. Well played, but not sure what happened. All you gotta do is clap. You know, just clap. Good run. Good, yeah! Woo! Yeah! And that was a fun run. I don't like the sickles. I should not have taken them. I should have just taken a bleed trap, one of the two that had showed up on the run. The cleaver trap that we had or the sinew slicer. Either one would have been way better than what we had. The sickles, I'm not good with them. I know you can be good with them. I know you can, you know, take them out, take out enemies, take out bosses super easily with those sickles, but I just can't control them. The flight pattern does not make sense to me. Fun run. Thank you, big ol' assassin dagger. Thank you, early Hakuto's bow. And thank you, Brutality. For now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.